What's up, guys? Hood Memes here. So, I'm here with my second commentary video because the first one was such a roaring success with a total of 19 views. Yeah, that was a great success, guys. Thanks for that. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm being ironic. But anyway, here I am to talk to you again. Now, before I begin properly, I just want to address the two previous videos I did, titled respectively Hangover Part 1 and Hangover Part 2. You see, that was a lad named Michelle. Yep. And basically I beat him with a dildo daily because I feel like he deserves it. Moving on. So, I would like to talk about Vsauce. So, Vsauce Michael, I'm sure you've heard of him. I mean, if you know what memes are, you know of Vsauce Michael. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of that? A bit of that shiny head. But anyway, you've heard of him. He recently did a video. It's about 45 minutes long. And it's part of YouTube Red. You know, that attempt at YouTube to legitimize themselves from the cancer that it's become now. I mean, fucking look at people like Pyrocynical, Filthy Frank, iDubbbz, you know, they're all well and good, they're funny, but you can't really say they're quality, can you? No, you can't. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm ad-libbing again. I did this in the last video, and since, you know, like I said, it was such a success, I decided, well, why not do the same here? Well, maybe it's because I'm a disorganised fuck who can't decide to get his own life together, but that's not important right now. Anyway, talking about Vsauce Michael, he uploaded a video called Isolation Minefield Episode 1, and it's a paid-for series, but it doesn't cost anything. You know, it's got a little YouTube paid-for icon next to it, but it's free, so it kind of defies the point of it being paid for, but who gives a fuck? At this point, everything might as well be free with streaming, am I right, guys? Legal. Anyway, he uploaded the video Minefield, and he basically shut himself in a room for 3 days without any contact with anything, you know? No books, no TV, no people, no way to talk to the outside world, and in the video you can actually leave the room, you know, he does open the door at one point, so he's free to leave whenever he wants. But for some reason he doesn't. He stays in there, and he endures 3 days of torture, basically. It is torture. There's no way to put it. It's the same as solitary confinement punishment. He actually talks to a guy who was in solitary in the video, and you got to see his arrangements while he was in solitary confinement, and it's pretty much the same except for the fact that it's clean and slightly more comfortable. Except here's the thing, with solitary confinement, even they got the minimal amount of human interaction as, you know, they got a lad or a guard or whatever, you know, I shouldn't assume if it's a male in a prison, well, I triggered all that fucking shit. They got a guy or a girl to deliver meals through a hatch, yeah? You know, they say, hey, meal time, and you'd be like, okay, I'll have some food new. And that's it, you know, at least you know there's somebody on the other side, you know, you aren't alone. With Vsauce Michael, he simply locked himself, and there was no interaction whatsoever. The people outside the room monitoring him, yeah, they were whispering so he couldn't see him. And when he opened the door, they sort of like sit there, really still, so that they hoped he couldn't see him. And he eventually shut the door again. You know, he only cracked it open a little bit to, you know, contemplate going outside. He did in the end. He went back in, and for the first couple of days, like for the first part, he was fine. You know, he was fine. He was doing an experiment, finding ways to entertain himself. You know. But then it came to the third day, and by that point, his mum was in tears, and his wife was not happy. She said she didn't want him to be in there anymore. because he had become depressed, basically, you know. He had become pretty much depressed, like clinically, you know. He was not moving at all, and he was just sort of staring. But that's science. I mean, you know, that's a finding, right? You know, 2 and whatever hours, days, and somebody will go depressed. You know, that science, all that shit. That's why the channel was made. That's why Vsauce exists, for the pursuit of knowledge. I don't know, I don't understand knowledge. I'm not a smart guy. I'm not one of those intellectuals. But I just want to say, why the fuck did he carry on after that? You've got your findings, and after that, just before that, he said, "Okay, it feels like it's been 3 days. You know, I should be coming out here in roughly 10 minutes. You know." No, he was way off. He still had like something like 13 hours to go, and his perception of time was completely off. You know, like could not be further off. He thought it was something like 9 PM when it was actually like 1 AM. But no, at this point, he still thought, you know what? You know what would be a great idea? How about I just fucking stay here? I've got what I need, I can leave whenever I want, that's it. I want to go home, have a shower, relax with my wife and hug my mum. Classic stuff. Instead, he sticks in there like a fucking mug and decides, you know what, no, it's all for the pursuit of science. Fuck off! Science can lick my testicles. What's it ever done for us? It's let us know it's proven shit we already know to be true. And I probably sound like a complete mug, making a fool of myself, saying that science is complete bullshit. I'm really just angry because I got an F on my biology exam. Rah. But seriously though, he was a complete mug for staying in there. But I mean, this just links back into the thing. I don't think he did that for the pursuit of science. Why did we click on the video? Let's analyse this. Why did he click on the video? Because it was called something obscure. What the hell could isolation mean? Who knows? Could mean anything. It could be an alien isolation IRL parody. It could be a I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a genius, you know. I'm not a lyrical, spiritual, miracle genius. Sorry, I started rapping on you there. Little Easter egg for those keen-eye fan, yeah. So, I've had my little rant about Vsauce. I don't think he's doing this for science. I think he's doing it for money, for views, like everyone else. But I've sort of just led into something else here. Because while I think, you know, that wasn't very good of him, you know, he shouldn't have, you know, subjected himself to torture for views, basically. I don't actually know here, just saying, I don't actually know whether it was just for views or whether it was for science. I'm just saying what I think is a possibility. Just got to pull the old pyrocynical, cover my tracks, you know, clear myself of all wrong. So I don't think maybe it's a possibility, maybe it isn't. I don't fucking know. I don't really care, to be honest. But in the end, does it really matter? Like, it was entertaining to watch. The video was entertaining. I enjoyed watching it. You know, it was interesting to see what happened. And maybe he was putting it on. Maybe he just went depressed because that's what he was cued to do. We don't know. We don't care. I mean, you watch a film, you see it with a bunch of CG, you're like, oh wow, that's amazing. I mean, I know it's fake. It's fake as shit. But it's amazing. So how is this any different? Just because it's not using a fucking computer animation? Because it's a real dude? It makes no difference. And the fact that we don't actually know just adds to the fun, am I right, guys? And in the end, that's all that matters. All that matters is that we had fun. I'm lying. What matters is money. Fuck your fun. Love is a lie. Please